everyone! Welcome to Gumbo Limbo's virtual Little Wonders and Nature Detectives for the month of August. My name is Miss Alyssa, and this month's theme is What's for Dinner? All living things depend on each other to survive. Could you think of a few things that you depend on? Maybe your parents to make you food, or your teachers to teach you? All living things work together to support each other in both direct and indirect ways. There's probably a lot that you need to survive that you don't even realize. One of the ways that organisms can get their food is by making it, and if they do this, they are called a producer. If an animal eats something like a plant, insect, or another animal, this type of animal would be called a consumer. Would you believe me if I told you that you also depend on the sun, plants, and insects? That's because all organisms on Earth are part of a food chain. The way we as humans get energy is the same way other organisms get theirs, in the food they eat. As all creatures eat, energy is moved all around. Let's take a moment to think about something that has beautiful green leaves, grows, and uses the sunlight. That's right, plants. Plants are producers because they use the sun's energy to help them make food for themselves. Now, let's say a hungry caterpillar comes scooting along. That caterpillar is going to munch and munch on a plant for its energy. Now let's take a moment and think about whether the caterpillar is making its own food or eating something for food. If you're thinking it's eating something for food, you're correct. This would make the caterpillar a consumer. That caterpillar needs the plant for energy, and that plant needs the sun. Therefore, the caterpillar needs the sun too. Let's take a look at another food chain, like with the golden silk orb weaver. Now this spider uses its beautiful large web to catch tiny little insects, and let's say that those insects feed on plants. What that food chain would look like would be plants, insects, golden silk orb weaver. Now let's take a moment and think about it, and try to think of an animal that would eat that spider. Say, a blue jay. What would that food chain look like? The more organisms we add to a food chain, the more complex it becomes. When food chains become all intertwined in all different directions, we call this a food web. Taking care of what we have all around us helps us to make sure that everyone and everything has the energy that they need to survive. Now it's your turn to go into your backyard and see what different food chains that you can find.